All right, good evening, students. Very warm welcome you all the guys for another revision lectures in science ninth class students, force and laws of motion. We are revising each and every lecture and we are making attempt to solve most important questions, students, which will help us in learn this chapter of force and laws of motion, as well as it will give us good practice, students, to solve important questions for the upcoming exams. Students who are appearing for ninth, 10th, NTFC and other competitions will find these questions very helpful and useful. Therefore, we want that students should be present and should attempt to answer as many questions as possible. As we say, students, science involves thinking. We have to think, students, and the more you think, the more your mind will grow. The more you practice questions, students, different type of questions, the better you will be. And this is all the brain exercise which we are doing for you, so that you sharpen your mind, student, sharpen your mind, sharpen your skills. Every chapter is important. The science is very important. Every chapter of science have to be learned, students, understood. I am trying to decode each and every word of the NCRT, students, as well as certain other books for students of school as well as for college. I would like to do that depending on how much time I have. And I want that more and more children should participate and attempt quizzes. Quizzes are very important. They prepare us for the exams as well as help us in learning the chapter more thoroughly. Am I right or wrong? Tell me. What do you think? This is helping you or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Till now, your scores are above 99% in most of the quizzes. That means you have learned and followed the each and every chapter. So we are very happy. And I am sure the one mark which is being lost somewhere due to some errors will also disappear, and students, you will be able to score 100 out of 100 marks, not only in these exams, in other exams also. That's what I'm looking for. So let me give a small revision before I begin the topic, student. Let me see what revision we can give, student. What revision we can give. What is the revision, student, for this? Okay, let me say, how do we give revision of revision? How are you, Anya? Anya, how is
Hello,
everything?
sir. Good,
Okay,
sir.
okay. I wish you all the best. The revision lectures and quizzes are very useful, students. They help us in solving questions as well as learn the subjects. Till now, your performances are very good. You have scored more than 99% marks in all the quizzes of the science. Therefore, I hope that you have been able to enjoy the sessions as well as learn it. Today's revision lecture is on force and laws of motion. You already know first thing, what is force, student? What is force? Tell me, what do you mean by force, students? You are applying a pull, push. What happens? You apply a force, student. What do you mean by force? Tell me, what do you mean by force, student? You pull a door, you are applying a force. You push an object, you are applying a force, student. But what happens? What happens when you apply a force, student? Force, you are saying, is a push or a pull. What is the result of the push? What is the result of the force? When you apply force, what can happen, students?
So, force is defined as the push or a pull of an object with mass that causes it to change its velocity.
Yes. So there, what can happen, student? A body at rest can move, a body at motion can be at rest, or there can be change in shape or size of the body also. So all these possibilities are there, students. If you apply force to a spring, what happens? You can stretch it. rubber band, you can stretch a rubber band, and if you compress it also, you are applying a force, student. What happens? There could be change in shape as well as there could be change in size of the object also, students, when forces are applied. So what do you mean by balanced and unbalanced forces, student? What is a balanced force? If the forces are applied equal and opposite, what will happen? What will happen, student? Balanced forces, will the object move when you apply a balanced force? Tell me. If you apply a balanced force, student, what will happen? Will the object move or not? If it was at rest. So balanced forces means equal and opposite forces are being exerted, and therefore you do not experience any motion. But balanced forces can change the shape. If you apply equal and opposite forces on a balloon, you know what happens. The shape of the balloon is changing, student. Unbalanced forces, when you apply unbalanced forces, then what is the result of that, student? What is the result of unbalanced forces? What will happen? The object, the position of the object, student, can be changed. Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So object, when unbalanced force is applied, object moves with, what happens? It will move. Okay. Therefore, what other things are known in this chapter, student, to you? You have seen that in this chapter we have defined three laws of the motion. What are those three laws of the motion? Tell me. What are the three laws of the motion, students? Laws of motion. What is the
So,
first law?
so the first law makes us understand that an object will not change its motion unless a force acts on it.
Okay. The object will
And
continue to
third,
be in a state of rest or motion unless an unbalanced force is applied on it. Next. This
and
is also called law of,
inertia.
that is correct, law of inertia. The body has a tendency to be in its state of rest or motion, you know. And the inertia depends on, everybody has an inertia, student. The inertia depends on which factor, student? On which physical quantity the inertia depends. Inertia of a body depends on what factor, student? Fast, 30 seconds. What do you think? Inertia depends. One body has a bigger mass, one body has a smaller mass. Which has a larger inertia, students? A body has a smaller mass, another body has a bigger mass. Which has more inertia? One which has a larger mass. So you know law of inertia and mass, student, they are important. Inertia depends on the mass, students. Is it easy to move a truck or is it easy to move a bicycle? Tell me. What happens in the truck? The mass of the truck is very, very large, so it is difficult, and it has a larger inertia, student, to be in its state of rest or motion. Therefore, more amount of force will be required to move it, student. So after this came the second law. What is the second law, student? Newton's
So the
second.
second law of motion states that the force acting on the body is equal to the product of its mass and acceleration.
That means it is what is acceleration, student? That is the rate of change of velocity. So force is directly proportional to the mass into the acceleration. That is what you are saying. F is equal to m into a, where acceleration is nothing but, what is acceleration, student? Minus v minus u by 2. That is the rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity. So when forces are applied, students, what happens? There will be acceleration produced in the body. So force applied produces acceleration. But is the acceleration same in, if one body has a bigger mass, one has a smaller mass, in which case the acceleration will be more, students? So the acceleration F is equal to m into a. Acceleration is equal to F by m. If I apply equal forces on two objects, then what will happen? The acceleration is inversely proportional to mass. Therefore, we can say that a body which has a bigger mass will have less acceleration if same force is applied, and a body, students, which has a smaller mass will experience more acceleration. That is okay. That is what you see experience, student, the force. So what happens, student? The second law, what is the application of second law, students? Can you give me any example of the application of the second law?
So, a fielder pulls his hand backwards while catching a cricket ball coming with a great speed.
So what happens, student? That is what we are saying. This is also the rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum. What is momentum, student? Momentum was also given in order to explain this. What is momentum, student? Mass into velocity. And therefore, you can say F is equal to mv minus u by t, student. That is nothing but rate of change of momentum, rate of change of momentum, student. So what happens, student? The rate of change of momentum, rate of change of momentum. So when the cricket players or any fast ball is coming, they take their hands backside so that the time will increase, student. Therefore, the force experience will decrease, and hence this is very important. Uh, the athletes are made to file either on a crushed bed or a sand bed. You have seen when in high jump, students. So this is to increase the time of the athlete's fall to stop after making the jump. This decreases the rate of change of momentum, hence force. So the rate of change of momentum is also the force, student, as you have seen. What is the third law of motion, student, then? First, second, and third law. What is the third law of motion, student? Tell me, what have you learned about the third law of the motion?
So, third law of motion states that to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
What it means, if one object is acting on a force on the other object, equal and opposite force is also acted on the object by the other object, students. So we are saying two objects, one exerts a force on one, the second exerts a equal and opposite force, student. So that is the idea of the third law. When you fire a bullet, student, from a gun, what happens? The bullet moves with very high velocity, and you will see there is a recoiling, student. The gun recoils, but the recoiling of the gun is much less as compared to the bullet goes farther away, whereas gun travels with a velocity much lower velocity, recoils with a much lower velocity, what we call as a recoil velocity. What is the reason for that, student? What is the reason, student? What happens when gun is fired? The gun exerts a force on the bullet, and bullet moves. Bullet also exerts an equal and opposite force. This result in the recoil of the gun. But because the mass of the gun is much larger, student, therefore the acceleration of the gun is much less. Clear? Are you aware of it? What I told you? You
Yes.
you are firing a gun, student. Here you are firing a bullet, student, bullet. So the gun is exerting, there is a barrel inside this, you stretch it, it goes. So what happens, student? The gun, due to the gun is doing what, student? The gun exerts a forward force on the bullet. There is a forward force on the bullet by the gun, and there is a backward force which is exerted by the bullet on the gun. Bullet on the gun. ठीक है? But what happens? Equal and opposite forces. The two forces are equal and opposite. There is a recoiling of the gun. What you say? Recoiling of the gun. Gun is recoiled. Recoiling of gun, students. Clear? ठीक है? The acceleration of the gun is much less than the acceleration of the bullet. Why? What is the answer you are giving? The acceleration of the gun is much less than the acceleration of the bullet. What is the reason for that, students? What we told you, acceleration is inversely proportional to forces are same, but mass of the gun is much larger than the mass of the bullet,
So,
student. Therefore, because the mass of the gun is much larger than the bullet, student, what will happen? The recoil velocity will be much less as compared to the velocity of the bullet. So the acceleration produced in the gun will be very small as compared to the acceleration produced in the bullet. Correct? We also seen those big guns which are throwing bombs, students, grenades. You have seen how heavy they are made. How heavy they are made. So this is the story about this. Then you also know very important thing, student. There is a law of conservation of momentum. What is the next law? You have listened in this chapter, student. What you have learned? Law of conservation of momentum. What is that, students? What is the law of conservation of momentum?
so law of conservation of momentum states that two or more bodies in an isolated system acting upon each other, so their total momentum remains constant unless an external force is applied.
Other words, you are saying that the momentum, if the two bodies are colliding, students, then if there is no other force acting, then the total momentum before collision and total momentum after collision will be the same. These are called laws of conservation of momentum, students. All right, that means that you are very well familiar with this chapter, students, and hence we can begin our quiz now. Are you ready? Tell me. You are ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have revised it. Force and laws of motion. Okay, then we are ready for the question answer session, student. Revision is very important. Question answer sessions. And you have been participating with great enthusiasm and zeal. That is very good. Question one is on the screen for you, students. What is the question one on the screen? It says a goalkeeper in a game of football pulls his hands backwards after holding the ball shot at this goal. This enables the goalkeeper to, four choices, exert large force on the ball, increases the force exerted by the ball on hands, increases the rate of change of momentum, decreases the rate of change of momentum, student. What is the correct answer, students?
So D part is the correct answer. Decrease the rate of change of momentum.
Absolutely right answer given by Vidhi. You are right. We have just told you, student, that the force is also rate of change of momentum, student. And what will happen as the time will increase, as the t increases, student, the rate of change of momentum will be decreased. So the rate of change of momentum decreases. M v minus u by t, student. This is the rate of change of momentum. Therefore, the result of this is that the force will be less. Less force will be experienced, student, because the time has increased. So they are trying to increase the of the time of the ball shot, student. So this is important. Correct answer, students. You are getting one full mark for that. The question number two on the screen comes out. An object of mass 2 kg is sliding with a constant velocity of 4 meters per second on a frictionless horizontal table. The force required to keep the object moving with the same velocity is. You have four choices: 32 newtons, 0 newton, 2 newton, 8 newton.
So B part is the correct answer, 0 Newton.
All right, object of mass 2 kg is sliding with constant velocity on frictionless horizontal table. You have a table, student. This table is horizontal and frictionless. Frictionless. So what is happening? Frictionless. There is no force of friction and it is moving with a constant velocity of 4 meter per second. Force required to keep the object moving with the same. Since this is frictionless, what will happen? Then there is no need of any force, students, on this. It will keep on moving with the same velocity. First law of Newton you have seen, students. The B is the correct answer. This 0 Newton is the correct answer given by Vidhi. You are getting one full mark in this. All right, that is the correct answer. Okay, students, question number 3 is coming now on the screen, students. Newton's third law of motion explains the two forces, namely action and reaction, coming into action when two bodies are in contact with each other. These two forces always act on the same body, always act on different bodies in opposite directions, have same magnitude and direction, acts on either body at normal to each other. Students, what is the answer?
So the answer is the B part, always act on the different bodies in opposite direction.
B is the correct answer, students. B is the correct answer. So you are getting, they are always acting on different bodies in opposite directions. One body acts a force on one, the other acts equal and opposite force. They are two different bodies, student. It is not the same body. That is the correct answer, and students get one full marks for that. Okay. Question number 3, 4 on the screen, students. In a rocket, a large volume of gases produced by combustion of fuel is allowed to escape through its tail nozzle in the downward direction with tremendous speed and makes the rocket to move upward. Which principle is followed in this takeoff of the rocket, students? So, students, you have seen a rocket, how it goes up, rockets, and you have seen what happens here, students, the gases. You have seen a lot of smoke coming out and the rocket, student, going up. This whole combustion fuel is burnt inside. What is it, student? Which
Sir,
principle
B part,
is
conservation of momentum.
all right? Moment of inertia, conservation momentum, third law of motion, Newton's law of gravitation. As we said, the total momentum will be conserved. Students, B is the correct answer. The law of conservation of momentum will be conserved. So total momentum before and after, student, the rocket is fired will remain the same, and therefore you have the law of conservation of momentum is the correct answer. You are getting one full mark for that, students. Next question on the screen is coming. Question says water tank filled up to 2 by 3 of its height is moving with the uniform speed. On sudden application of the brake, the water in the tank will move backward, will move forward, come to rest, be unaffected, students.
Sir, B part is the correct answer.
All
Move
right.
forward.
Yes. Why do it move forward, student? What is the reason for that? What is the reason? What law is being applied here? Due to which, why will it fall forward, student, or move forward? What is that law of inertia?
Sir, this may be due to the law of inertia.
Yes.
All objects in a system are in the same state of motion. So when a tanker is filled with water up to 2/3 of level, the water inside the tanker is at the same velocity as that of the tanker.
Yes. So it has an inertia, and as soon as you apply the brake, student, what happens then? The it due to inertia, it wants to be there in the same state which is of the motion, but sudden apply of the brake, then it falls forward. Forward. That is the correct answer, students. While you are in a car, student, what happens? If you take sharp turns, student, sharp turns, you will see that you are likely to fall on the side of the turn in the car. Is it right? Because of the inertia, students, there is a sudden, what happened? Sudden change in the direction, sharp change, then you fall like this. Okay, these are important. They are based on the law of inertia. Law of inertia. Okay. Students, velocity time graph of a ball of mass 50 gram rolling on concrete floor is shown. What will be the frictional force of the floor on the ball? Velocity time graph. Ball mass is 50 gram. The mass of the ball is, student, 50 grams.
Sir, A part is the correct answer. 0.5 Newton.
How you have calculated, student? What was the velocity? 80, and mass of the ball is 50. Then what is the energy, student? How you have calculated, student? How you have calculated the answer? You have
So
50
that
grams.
we know, that acceleration is v minus u upon t.
Hmm.
So it will be 0 minus 80 upon 8 minus 0, which is equal to minus 10 meter per second minus 2. So now force will be 50 upon 1000 kilograms. And then if we do into 10, then it will come as 0.5 Newton.
Okay. Force is mass into acceleration, students, and you have mass 50 by 1000 and 3 by 1000 into velocity 50 by 1000, and how much is that? 80. So what you have, 40 by 1000 into 80, students. So zero point 0.5 Newton is the correct answer. You are getting one full mark for that, students. All right, next question is coming for you. The seat belts are provided in the car so that if the car stops suddenly due to emergency braking, the person sitting on the front seats are not thrown forward violently and saved from getting injured. Can you guess the law due to which a person falls in the forward direction on the sudden stopping of the car, students? Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion, Newton's law of the gravitation, student. Which law is applied here?
So A part will be the correct answer.
That is all right. That is also called the law of inertia. It is also called the law of inertia, student. The body continues to be in its state of rested motion, student. It resists the change when it comes. So what will happen? You are person on the front seats are likely to be thrown forward, students, if the seat belts are not there. That is correct. And this is the first law of motion, that is also called the law of inertia. That is absolutely right answer. And now we move to the next question, students. What is say, students? When a balloon is held between the hands, is pressed, its shape changes. This happens because what happens when a balloon is held in the hands and pressed, students?
So, A part is the correct answer. Balance force acts on the balloon.
All right, balloon is held between the hands. So what is happening? This is a balloon, student. This is your balloon. What happens? You are applying here and here pressure equal. What will happen? Its shape will change. Shape will change. So the shape of the balloon will change, student. So here the two forces are balanced. Balanced forces are acting. So we have told you when balanced forces will act, they can change the shape. Balanced forces, student, can change the shape, ठीक है, of the object. You can see the shape of the object or even size of the object. This A is correct answer. Your answer is absolutely right. All right. Question number 9 on the screen for you, students. What it says, which of the following situations involves Newton's second law of motion, students? Force can stop a lighter vehicle as well as heavier vehicle which are moving. A part. Force exerted by lighter vehicle on collision with heavier vehicle results in both vehicle coming to standstill. Force can accelerate lighter vehicle more easily than heavier vehicle which are moving. Force exerted by the escaping air from balloon in the downward direction makes the balloon go upward, students. So, which is the second law, Newton's second law of motion in the following cases, students?
So, C part is the correct answer. Force can accelerate a lighter vehicle more easily than a heavier vehicle.
All right. So, if vehicle is lighter, then what will happen? Force can accelerate lighter vehicle more easily. That is correct as compared to heavier vehicle, because we have seen the acceleration produced is inversely proportional to the mass, students. Mass, if the same force is acting. If the same force is acting, and you already have given the formula F is equal to m into A, students. So C is the correct answer. With the answer correct. Anya, you are on a silent mode. Okay, next question is coming. The speed of a car weighing 1500 kg increases from 36 to 72 km uniformly. What will be the change in momentum of the car? What will be the change in momentum of the car, students?
Sir, B part is the correct answer.
What is the change in momentum, student?
15,000 kilogram
Change
meter per
in
second.
momentum is equal to m. Final velocity is v minus mu. Mass is the same, student, 1500 kg. And what is the 72 minus 36? 36 kilometer per hour, you have to convert it into 36 into 1000, 60 into 60 student. You have to convert it into meter per second. So what will happen? These two gone and this also gone. So 10. What is this coming? MV minus MU is 10 meter per second. So in 10 meter per second, how much is that? 15,000 kilogram meter per second. Okay. That is the correct answer given by Vidhi. Your answer is absolutely right. You get one full mark for that, students. Question 11 is on the screen, students. What is question 11? Question 11 is on the screen for you, student. A passenger is moving in a moving train, tosses a coin. Passenger in a moving train tosses a coin, which falls behind him. Observing this statement, that you can say about the motion of the train. The train is moving and passenger is tossing a coin. And the coin tosses the coin which falls behind him. Tosses the coin, it falls behind him. What you can say about the motion of the train? The motion of the train is accelerated, retarded, along circular track, uniform.
Sir, it is accelerated.
Correct answer has been given by Anya student. The train is accelerated. It is accelerated. You will experience it. You can attempt this in the train or in bus, anywhere. What is the reason for that? What reason you are giving for this, students? Which law of the Newton is working here? What is the reason for this? We have already told you, you already know about this law. What law is
Sir,
that?
due to the law of inertia.
What is that law of first law of motion? Law of inertia is also, student, the first Newton's first law of motion, student. That is the correct answer given by Anya. Your answer is absolutely right. One full mark is given to you. Keep, you see that each and every question involves understanding, students. We must understand, then we should answer. Understand, then we should answer. It's very important that we understand and answer each and every question, students. Okay, next question is on the screen, students. Next question is on the screen, students. What it says? Newton's first law of motion says, Newton's first law of motion says that a moving body should continue to move forever unless some external force acts on it. But a moving cycle comes to rest after some time if you stop pedaling it. Can you choose the correct reason for stoppage of the cycle? You are cycling with a constant velocity and you stop pedaling. Then why it should stop, students?
So B part is the correct answer. First and the third statement is correct.
Air
resistance
resistance
and
is there.
friction of the.
Okay, there is air resistance, that is also right. Gravitational pull of the earth, no, when you throw the objects above the earth, then it is there. Friction of the road, yes, friction of the road is there. Heat of the environment, no, nothing. Therefore, the two choices, first and third, are correct. First and third correct choices, students. So your answer is B is the correct answer. Correct answer. B is the correct answer. You again get one full mark for the students. Every question have to be learned, student. All right. Very good. Very good answers have been given by Anya and Vidhi. Next question, students. A man wearing bulletproof vest stands on roller skates, the total mass is 80 kg. A bullet of mass 20 kg is fired at 400 meters per second. It is stopped by the vest and falls to the ground. What is then the velocity? What is then the velocity of the man? What is the answer, coming students?
The B part is the correct answer. 0.1 meter per second.
0.1 meter, students.
Yes.
What happens here, students? What happens, students? The recoil, what recoiling is taking place, student? What happens? The bullet of mass 20 gram fired with velocity, student. Mass of the bullet. What is the total? A man wearing the total mass is 80 kg. Bullet of mass. Bullet of mass. What is the mass of the bullet? 20 grams, student. Please. And what is the velocity, student? 400 meters per second. And 20 gram you can convert into, student, by 1000. That will be how much? 0.02 kg. So you have 0.02 kg, student, and U1. Okay? Initial velocity of the pistol is how much? Mass of the pistol, how much? This is the mass of the bullet. Mass of the pistol is how much? Man wearing bulletproof vest on a railer. The total mass of the man is 80 kg. Okay? And man is at rest in the beginning. So what do we have, students? Momentum before and momentum after equal. That is only here mass of the bullet 0.02 into initial velocity is 400. And what is after that? The bullet has come to rest. For bullet it becomes 0 and 80 kg mass. Then what will be the velocity? What is it coming? Point?
So 0.1.
0.1 meter per second.
Okay, 0.02 by 400 divided by 80, 0.1. Okay? B is the correct answer. So law of conservation of momentum has been applied, student. What we are applying? Conservation of momentum, students. The total momentum before and after will remain the same. Next question is on the screen, student. Next question is on the screen. The unit of measuring the momentum of a moving object is?
So B part, kilogram meter per second.
Momentum, okay. Momentum P is equal to mass into velocity, kilogram meter per second. All right. B part is the correct answer. Anya's answer is absolutely right, students. Next question is coming on the screen, students. The inertia of a moving object depends on The
Sir,
inverse
mass of the object.
mass of the object, momentum, speed, shape. Mass of the object, that is the correct answer. We have already told you. Law of inertia, the inertia depends on the mass of the object. Heavier the object, larger the mass, more is the inertia, larger the mass, student. More is the inertia. That is absolutely correct answer. Till now, the score of the student stands 15 out of 15. All the answers have been correct. It is a good and great result to students. Good and a great result. Next question on the screen, student. An object of mass 6 kg is sliding on a horizontal surface with uniform velocity 8 meters per second. Assuming force of friction offered by surface to be 0, the force required to maintain the motion of the object with the same uniform velocity is 0 Newton, 2 Newton, 8 Newton, 32 Newton. What is your correct answer, students? What answer you are giving for this question, students?
So 0 Newton.
That is the absolutely right answer, because mass is moving on a horizontal surface, the velocity is uniform and no friction force is there. So the body will continue to be in its original state, student. So there is no force. The force is required to maintain the uniform velocity. Which law is this? Which law is this, students? Which law of motion we are applying here? The body continues to be in its original position, student, uniform velocity or at uniform rest when no force is acting on it. What law is this?
Law of momentum.
First law of motion. That is the first law of motion, student. You already know about it. There are only 3 laws of motion which we have told you. Momentum was only given in order to explain the effect of mass and velocity, student, on the force applied. Now, next question. There will be a change in the speed or direction of the motion of body when it is acted upon by zero force, balanced force, unbalanced force, uniform force.
Sir, C part, an unbalanced force.
That is the correct answer. When unbalanced force will act, what will happen? The speed or direction of the body can change. Speed can change or direction can change. Only unbalanced force. If balanced force is there, what will happen? Then only shape and size can change. Correct answer. Next question, students. Force required in accelerating 3 kg mass at 5 meter per second to 4 and a 4 kg mass at 4 meter per second will be. In which case the force will be more?
So D part. Greater for 4 kg mass and 4 meter per second square.
So F1 is equal to M1 A1, F2 is equal to M2 A2, students. 3 kg into 5 meter per second square is 15 Newton. 4 into 4 will be how much? 16 Newton. So D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. All right. Next question on the screen. Which of the expression to find the force is correct? F is equal to m by A into M. What is the correct expression, students?
So B part.
B
F
is the
is
correct
equal.
answer. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Inertia of the body is quantitative measure of.
So C, mass.
That already we have answered so many times. Mass, correct. Rocket works on the principle of.
Linear momentum.
Rocket works on the principle of velocity, mass, linear momentum, energy. So that is the correct answer because the law of conservation momentum holds principle conservation of linear momentum, conservation of linear momentum. Correct answer, correct answer. Okay. In the following example, try to identify number of times the velocity of the ball changes. Football player kicks a football to another player of his team who kicks the ball towards the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper of the opposite team collects the football and kicks it towards the player of his own team. Students, how many times the velocity of the ball changes?
So 3 times.
Okay, that 3 times is the correct answer. All right, students. Next question. A bullet of mass 40 gram is fired from a gun of mass 8 kg with a velocity 800 meter per second. Calculate the recoil velocity of the gun, student.
So D part is the correct answer. -4 meter per second.
Okay, again we are using the same formula what we told you for the recoiling of the gun. Total conservation of momentum will hold true, students. So you convert gram into kg, and then you have 8 kg is fired with a gun from a gun of mass 8 kg. Velocity of the bullet is 800 meter. Calculate the recoil velocity, students. So you have 40 by 1000 kg and velocity is 800 meters per second square for the bullet, and we want to calculate the recoil velocity, student. Equal and opposite, equal and opposite. So we can say plus recoil velocity, and what is the mass 8 kg is equal to 0. So this will come out to be how much it is coming? -4 meter per second. Okay. That is the correct answer. You are getting 1 mark. A passenger in a moving train tosses a coin. The coin will fall back behind him, in front of him, on his hands, on the side of the train.
So C part on his.
On his hand, we already answered this question. The last question is a hammer of mass 300 gram moving at 40 meters per second. 40 meter per second strikes a nail. The nail stops the hammer in a very short time of 0.02 second. The force of the nail on the hammer is. What is the force of the nail on the hammer, students? What is the force?
So 600 Newton.
So you will get 600 Newton is the correct answer, student. Your answers are correct. The rate of change of momentum is the force, students. Therefore, you are getting student 25 out of 25 marks. Students, 100% marks. So it's a great result, student. So you are, congratulations to the students. Your score stands 100 out of 100%. That's a good performance. So students, I am happy you have learned the topic and able to answer all the questions correctly. So my best wishes to you. And I say that keep your energy high, keep on revising each and every chapter and continue to be with me in different question answer sessions. We have to continue to revise and do all the chapters. This is important. Before our exams come, we have to finish everything and share our videos with all your friend students so that they can take the benefit of these question answer sessions. They are very important. And therefore, students, bye bye. I'll see you in my next class. And that will be more amazing, more interesting. Keep your score 100%. Yes, you will do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All the best to you. We'll see you in my next. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.